Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to eluukkanen stream. Once again, we are here to make music. That's what we do. Good to see you. How is your day going today? As you can see, we have a nice title, which is basically we are making 8-bit music. And this was success. No, success. My English is not good. This was suggested. Yes, that's the one. Oh God, this was suggested by one of a Twitter user, basically one follower. When I asked about this, what should I do today on a composing topic? Hawk 86, basically. Let me put that on the screen right now. Here we go, so you can see that I'm not just making this out of my mind. Well, it's not big thing, but still, asking people what to do, and he suggested 8-bit and a smiley smirking face, and why not? Why not? So that's what we're going to be doing today. Any questions? No. Good. So we shall be going very soon, but first I will be needing to do some tube things, as I always need to. As you know, if you have followed eluukkanen works before, there's certain need in just doing some writing and just putting some words and sharing it in Twitter and social media, so someone can actually find what we are doing. That's actually what we want to do. Yeah, right. What's that? But yes, that's what we are doing by going here and adding some small but important things. In meantime, let me know your existence in the chat. I cannot yet see it, but I will be answering it once I will. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Today is a Friday, 9th of every March, April, May, June, and July, August. Isn't it August? Yeah. But that's the day today. So yeah, that's what we are doing here. We add some other small but very useful details so people can find me. Composing stream, eluukkanen 8-bit. Yes, 8-bit music is pretty interesting to see what we are able to do. I have some tools. I have not yet that experienced with them, but we are going to try them out to see the result. I want to start to do some 8-bit stuff, but I haven't focused on them, so forgive me if we do not do it in the old-fashioned way of having an 8-bit program. I'm having a tool, plugin, which I'm using in Cyberdis 7.5, and that will do the trick. But still, it's a fun time. Fun time. Music composing, streaming. Here we go. And then let's provide YouTube some nasty things like what our language is, because otherwise it won't be sharing anything here. As we have told, YouTube is like the nagging mother. You need to really provide all the details. Yes, mother, I will be coming home late today. That sort of thing. Anyhow, we have one viewer, which is excellent. Great to hear and see you. Let me actually put some visuals so you don't need to just watch my thumbnail over here. That's the thing. It looks much smoother, isn't it? Yeah, pretty nice. Pretty nice. And you can see also some donations over there. Some have done those in the past. And what else? Oh yes, what else? Nothing too much. Oh, hello, Hawk. I saw you. Oh, good suggestion, by the way, about the topic. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. How is your day, Hawk? Let me know. One thing still, I need to share this in place of Facebook. I actually have to tell you, I have this kind of a love-hate relationship with Facebook. It is a very nasty platform of it being so much controlling on what people see, but at the same time, I get so many viewers from Facebook. Without Facebook, I would lose 30% of people who watch eluukkanen. Yes, indeed, very sad. But that is truth according to analytics. Some people are just there. I need to reach them. Facebook is useful. Facebook is useful. Even better than Twitter, by the way. So that's a thing. That's a thing. But yes, let me share some minor details here in Facebook land and let me know how's the day going. My day is very much just working on a discussion system on a game I'm making. Yes, I'm a composer, but I do also some games. Indeed, that's what I do, and just making a connection, kind of like this kind of discussion system that is takes many things into account. Indeed, so been very busy day. Oh, it has been. Oh, good to hear. Sometimes busy days make you're able to make stuff with them. Of course, they're very stressful indeed. Very stressful days indeed. That's what they are. But good to hear. Good to hear. Now I think Facebook is done. Here we go. Press share button. Here we go. Can you actually can it actually see it? Yes. All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. Facebook is done. Now Twitter and then Discord, and we are off to go. I'm going to make a 8-bit theme. Not sure what kind of. Let me know in the chat if you have some suggestions on what sort of 8-bit song you would like to see. We have not yet set anything on stone. So you have a lot of room to just make some suggestions. That's what these composing streaming sessions are. That's what they are. Now Twitter. Twitter is an interesting thing. Links to YouTube are very hard to share overall, but I'm going to do them anyway. That's what I'm going to do. And a small thing here. And then a picture, because with a picture you can really get people's attention. Like that's a very sad thing also, that in social media you have to just put pictures all the time. No, text posts do not really work. Oh, we have 3 viewers in YouTube. Oh no. Did I lose people now? Oh god, I didn't. Okay, sorry about that. Hopefully I didn't cut it. Hopefully. Are we still live? God damn, people shouldn't. Please. Let me know if the chat is still this thing is this all night. God damn. Somebody calling me at the same time as we're streaming. That's not how to do it. Sorry for that. We are still live. Are we still live? Yes, we are. Oh, glad. It was like somebody's trying to choke you, and oh, glad. Hopefully nobody called me at this moment, because I'm using my internet from my mobile phone. Yeah, that kind of thing for today, unfortunately. So if somebody calls me, then we're screwed. Hopefully that doesn't happen any longer. Yeah, here we go. Now we have Twitter joining our ranks. Here we go. Facebook and Twitter done. Now the final stretch of this long battle to get this stream going, and we have 4 people watching. Glad I'm not wearing headphones because of that. Ah, yes, indeed so. Oh, was that a very loud noise? Hopefully not. It was near my microphone, unfortunately. But yes, we are stopping this foolishness very soon. Just need to be sharing things and getting people to join and such. Otherwise, it will be a very lonely stream, and nobody wants to watch me being lonely. Or perhaps you do. I'm not sure what kind of people we have on here. Except Hawk. Hawk is a very often returning person to these streams, which is very nice. Sometimes you have these kind of people joining very often. Let's see. Here we are. And a lovely Discord group. Very much going to share in there. Let's just notify everyone and make them annoyed. Here we go. That's how to do it. Post. Why doesn't it? Okay, now it does it. Great. I think we are very much ready to get into the action. So, without further ado, actually, let me just check few things, a few small things. I think everything is fine and dandy. We are going. Let's get going. Finally. All right. Here we go. Welcome to eluukkanen composing session. My name is eluukkanen and I'm a composer from Finland, as you might know. And today is a very special day of making music, as we had in the past a tradition of every Friday a composing stream. And I'm not necessarily promising you anything like that for every week, but this week we are going to be making a brand new song, which was suggested to us by Hawk86 in Twitter. Basically, an 8-bit song. Thank you, Hawk. I think you are in the chat right now, so thank you for the suggestion. We shall see where it goes. Before I start, I have to tell you, 8-bit is not something I have experienced too much with. It is still a kind of an unknown region, sort of like this kind of a big adventure we're going to have towards that. So if you see something, perhaps you are experienced in this kind of 8-bit music era, you might say, hey, that's something I would do better. Please let me know. But I still have experience over 10 years of composing, so we shall see what that takes with just putting 8-bit elements together. So we shall see on that. And also, if you are currently watching this, let me know on your thoughts on the chat, and yeah, let's have some nice little talks, as we always do in these lovely sessions. But without further ado, let's get into the main meat of this thing, which is basically making the music. So let's open the scene right here, and I need to put my face there so you can see. But basically, this is our lovely screen. We have a chat window, unfortunately not to text to speech this time, but next perhaps all the time we are going to have that nastiness as well in there. But to still figure that out in order to use it as well. But now let's put my face on the screen. Here we go. Get to see. So that's what we start. We have a program over this side, this mirroring effect with the camera over there. So if I put actually in that side, it's like in that. Okay, anyway. So that side we have a composing program, Sabelus 75, 7.5, very good, very excellent. I use it always. It does the trick. But we are going to use some plugins with to make those 8-bit sounds reality. I think I have a problem with just putting the sounds and having them be 8-bit sounds overall, because I think the plugins which I downloaded for this time, I just tested them. They have a small thing that I need to set up them kind of every time, like manually, that they are always that same instrument. But we are still able to make this happen. Yes, we are able to do it. Like, don't you worry, we are still able to make some 8-bit music. So we shall see where it goes. Also, nothing else. We can actually get started. If you want to help this stream, please consider sharing this in Twitter, in social medias, and with @mark eluukkanen, so I will be knowing that you did it, and also I will be sharing that as well. So it will be very, very nice. It helps the stream, helps me to get some new faces over here, and that is the best thing about this composing stream sessions. That definitely is. So let us get started. So let's open some nice little instruments over here and let them be. I'm thinking perhaps today we could do this sort of 8-bit kind of a very chill song. I haven't done a chill song in a while. Friday, it's perfect day to have the chillness effect in there. I think you would agree on that, wouldn't you? Don't call all the time. God damn. Oh, sorry. I need to just text him, because otherwise he will be calling me every now and then, and I cannot have it. I cannot simply have it. Are we still online? Need to check. We are still online, but that is very bad. I think people are getting annoyed by that. Sorry about that. I will be messaging him. Don't goddamn call over here. Don't do it. I'm streaming. Hey, don't call me. I am streaming. Will call you back in a few. Yeah. Alright, I think that does it. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I think we are still online. I think we shouldn't be getting any more calls because the connection of our stream, at least after this kind of weird setup, it is very much connected on the fact that we have a mobile connection, unfortunately. I think we are now again back to streaming, yes, and we lost some viewers. That's always great. Anyways, we shall begin. So we have some instruments over here on the screen, as you can see. And what else? Well, actually, let's just start making stuff. So I'm opening the plugins. I will be showing them off to you. I think I could do that. Let's just see which one I'm using. I think this one is a very simple one. I think I could show you that. One moment. I need to do this manually. Yes, very nice. Here we go. Let's have the window. You can see OBS like this. Yeah, lovely effects just going to eternity. Anyways, now let's open the Stabenis. Yes. And now let's, you can see here some plugins again. Not every single one. Just this takes a lot of even this amount, like a lot of space. And Omnisphere is like a must-have, but not for this song, unfortunately. So we shall have now some instruments. Let's open them and see how they got here. I'm not sure what kind of a song. Perhaps like a chill song would work, I think, but we have to still check that the instruments out themselves. So let us see. Sample kit, very much nice. We look, but the problem with this is that I need to have this kind of like testing session for the instrument first. It's very loud. I need to put that little down. It's a bit too loud. Like this. Here we go. So what we're going to do first, just test some stuff with some notes. The problem with this is every time I press play, it gets back to the basic instrument, and that's why I need to do this kind of weird thing with it. It's not the best program for this whole thing. I might actually purchase an 8-bit plugin or something from somewhere. This is a free one, I think, which I had from many years ago. A very effective one. What it does its job. Here we go. Let's put the tempo a little down so we can check the whole instrument like this. Here we go. Let's put it 60 works, and that's not how to make it. Yeah, that's how to make it. Okay, and now let's press play. That is still too quick. Let's put it 20 works. Here we go. So the problem with this is that, as you could see, those are the instruments we're having many instruments over here. So it's very good to have them. But the problem with that is that the fact that I need to do this kind of certain action of every time I need to play them, I need to change them. So my composing thing I'm going to do today is very much unorthodox, very much what I'm going to do. I'm basically going to delete these ones down, and I'm going to put the tempo back up, and I am going to get the main screen up as well. Yes, here we go. So what I'm going to do is just make things easier. First we are going to compose the whole song with instruments that are not constantly changing. A very simple MIDI instruments. And I know like MIDI, it's not 8-bit, but we are going to finally put those instruments which we are currently using and making them so that they will change to the real 8-bit sound. And this is just to make things easier, because every time I would need to just play test, I would just need to go back to those instruments. So this just makes whole life much more simpler, so we can actually get to the composing. I will put some setup over here. Alright, here we go. Put MIDI instruments over here. And of course it's MIDI. We have to kind of use our imagination at the moment to imagine 8-bit sounds, but don't you worry, they will be getting 8-bit sounds. As you could see, those were 8-bit sounds. But we need to just first have this kind of thing of using them. And not the best way, I know, and people will say that, but still, that's what we're going to do here today. So, a chill theme. We could actually go with C major with this one. I think we could, like, very, very simple C major. Like, that's the basic of the basics. Let's get from those forward. Basics of the basics. Sometimes it's good to do with basics. Sometimes people say, oh, a C major. Who could compose for the C major? Nobody cares about C major, but I do. So yeah, a MIDI instrument, not the most impressive ones, but still they do their job. They certainly do that, so that's what we're going to do. If you have any comments, I don't know what we're going to do. Also, just let me know how your things are going. Let me know. But now, let's start some chill stuff. I want to start with instruments which kind of mimic the sounds I want to have. First one, which I really like from MIDI is yeah, some part might think this is going to be misleading kind of video, but it's not going to be, because we are going to change back to that. But that's just what we have to do. We've got to see this kind of what kind of, well, this kind of a very, very no, not this one, not this one. Where's harp? That has a very, very nice kind of sound which you could use in here. Not this one, not this one. Well, let's just pick this one first. So something relaxing. We have to just check what kind of relaxing feel like. It's something very simple. Something like this. This is not C major fully, but it does its job. Something like this. That's our starting point. Simple and yet very, very nice. Let's listen it. So, well, relaxing is not the word I would use for that. I think that's another good way actually to begin. We could actually make it much more slow. Like this guy can like. The thing is, in composing, like, some people might think that you need to just constantly think about so many stuff, but I myself think that more you think, the thinking is kind of like your enemy. You need to just You need to just go forward as fast as you can, at least in some cases. Some composition you need to think a lot, but the more you think, just more you start to think about the possible outcomes you might go with, and it is not always good. You need to just approach it as fast as possible. And no, not that. And let's just repeat that. That works for a while, I suppose. And then let's change an instrument. Like, these are not MIDI instruments, I will tell you for people who are joining at the moment. I'm going to change them later on. Because the thing is that my program, for some reason, what I'm using, doesn't always changes them after a certain while. So we need to be kind of very tricky. I will show you the example I will have on you on that. But first we need to just start with kind of mimicking sounds, and then we'll be changing them to 8-bit. I promise you. Yeah, that's not very beautiful. I hate that kind of thing, and I need to just change it. But that's just what I need to do, because I showed you in the beginning stream we can have those instruments, but for some reason they just change all the time. I think this is like a good mimicking sound, or what I want. So what are we going to be having? Here, like this, and this. And this is the beginning note we have. And let's see how this works. Might sound very bad, we shall see. It's not something I want. This kind of like a chill feel to it, but it doesn't yet have that. Let me try to change them actually to the MIDI instrument, from MIDI instruments to the 8-bit ones. I want to test. I want to show you if it actually we could actually change it. But for my experience, it does make it very tricky. It does make it tricky. So we now change to 8 bits, and we shall see other. Yeah, that's not a beautiful sound. So yeah, like it's but now let's try to play it again. Yeah, it does not save it. Okay, yeah, it doesn't save it, as you can see. So we need to be tricky. We need to use MIDI first, but we will be changing them. So now we have some concrete evidence. So you don't need to just take my word on it. So we have that. All right. And so what we need to do first, I need to do this kind of like a beginning section to get the kind of the feel I want to have. And what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do that is basically just use some percussive things on the third line over here. Let me open the instruments and let me find something very metallic kind of. Perhaps a glockenspiel can work for this kind of occasion. Something like do 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 do. Yeah, that's how to do it. Just recently talked with one of my friends who lives in Philippines, basically a composer, artist himself. It's kind of interesting to just talk with composers living in so different places, and always strikes me that the composing market in the and art market overall, because the whole society, because of the globalist thing is kind of like in it's the creative things are much cheaper to do in those places. So creative market kind of flourishes there better than here, because here people ask like more money for things. They're like, believe me, how can that be possible? But like in those places, it's bit cheaper. Like it's not that big, but it's bit cheaper. So every company and such, they will hire the Philippine people to do their artwork and such, and they know English, so they can also like it's easy to communicate and stuff as well. So not a big fan of that, but that's how the world works. We're 4 people watching, very quiet chat. Let me know if you got any of ideas. Do you think do you hate what I do? Let me know. Sometimes I don't know what people think. That's kind of like a thing. You don't really know sometimes. So let me know if you have any kind of thoughts. Kind of, I think I need to just keep this kind of like together. With this one, I need more of this kind of like. All right, this is good. This is good. And now let's have another instrument. Another instrument. Let's try harmonica to just. I'm not going to use this harmonica instrument in the final thing, but we just need that for this occasion. That kind of thing. Kind of like this. And also one other thing, one still elements need to be added. Always, you can just leave that to 1. We could try with, let's try some guitarist things. So this is kind of like the main thing we have over here. Bing, 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 bing. Okay, so what we need is some of you might recognize this pattern, this kind of like thing. So that's what we're going to be using for here to make this kind of like a thing that works together. Hey, Rolf Gustafsson, how are you doing? Quiet because we are listening. That is true, you are. How are you doing? Unfortunately, because Gustafsson Haag was a bit first. I noticed only just 4 moments ago on your pirate theme thing. We are going to have a pirate theme at some point. I haven't done a pirate song in such a long while, if I had actually at all. So we are going to do that. Good to see you, my friend. How are you doing? Glad to have you on here on the stream. How are you doing? How are you doing? Yeah, I heard of your success. Good to see. Basically, Rolf Gustafsson, kind of I know him. He's also a composer guy himself. I haven't heard of what he has been doing recently, but I've heard good things. So good to hear. Good to see. Good to see. But now we are in critical part of this competition. It might be a terrible failure, but it can be a big success as well. You never know, and that's why you need to just go forward with your ideas and see, do they stick on the wall. I kind of like this. It's not yet perfect. And it's not 8-bit yet. Because we had the error thing. I'm going to change that once we get to one stage, I will try to use the 8-bit instruments, but we need to get at least 40 seconds of music. And currently we have, let's see, we have at least 11 seconds of ready music, but yet we have like 40 seconds of no, still a work in progress. But still, that's what we're doing. A Gustav song. I'm fine, thanks. Pirate songs are the best. I'm glad you're doing well. Keeping busy with a lot of fun stuff. Sounds good. Keep it up. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. We composers need to work together, help each other out. And currently, my great kind of like struggle is basically, trying to do this channel very, very actively, but at the same time do the game and see how that goes. And after that, if that succeeds going in other places, we shall see. But life is always for composers. It is not easy. We need to struggle hard. Life of a creative is not easy if you don't have the contacts. And unfortunately, I haven't sung, but I don't still know big guys like Elon Musk or something like that. So we'll still need to wait until that happens, if that happens. But in meantime, I will be just making music. Recently, I've been going to some events much more, especially now I have free time for my past work. I've gathered some income and such, so I can do that. In the past, I really couldn't. But I'm using the most of the time currently just make the game. But also now get back to these music things as well. So what are we going to be doing? I think this part should repeat itself. I think you are not hearing the best audio quality. Let me actually change so you can hear the best audio quality on this one thing. I think now you can hear it. Let me try it again. It might be sounding terrifying. We shall see how it goes. Momentos. Kind of like that, yeah, we are getting something here, but it's not still enough. I think one instrument we could add kind of like a guitar thing. The thing is that with 8-bit you cannot add too much. Gladly, because in the past days, when 8-bit was still like actually in mainstream music for games, they had limitations, and that kept them away for just using millions of instruments. So we need to keep this at minimum. We have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I think that's even too big for that. But we're still going to use them, and no matter what. So that's what we're going to have. We shall go with that forward. I think we could like a do do do. Something like this. We shall see it. I think I'm still going to add one thing, because we need a kind of like atmospheric instruments there in the mix as well. Otherwise, it will be just kind of like a doom. We need a relaxment in here. Don't you think? Relaxment is the way to go. So what I'm doing here now, adding lovely violin, and I'm going to put that as an 8-bit as well. We shall see how this works out. Hey, Blue Springs! Hey, Blue Springs, how are you doing? Hopefully that was not too loud. I just noticed I did not mute the mic as we listened to the song. But yes, it was really nice to see. How are you doing? Let me know how your day is going. And I'm happy that you like it, Hawk. I'm happy you like this song at the moment. That was a bit loud, don't you think? Yeah, it was a bit loud. Let me take it away. Let me take it away. Let me take it away. So now it's not too loud, I think. Let me know. Was it too loud? I did not hear it too loudly, but you might have. We shall see how this goes. And this kind of like thing. I really like making these kind of songs. Now this kind of like a building first something in the beginning and then seeing how it goes forward on time. That is what I really love doing. I really like just building kind of like building blocks. I think we are getting to the point that the beginning is kind of like still going. I think I'm going to still make it go for another 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, and these are not seconds, but you know, kind of for that long. Also, I'm going to have a double over here, and like this, and let's still continue this forward. We could actually change this in here to transpose it one up, I think. We need to have a very weird kind of transportation like this. No, not actually. Like this. Here we go. Yeah, very, very close one. So now, we shall see how this sounds. We have still a lot of work to do, but we are in very nice positions. Welcome to eluukkanen Composing Streaming if this is your first time here. We're currently using 8 MIDI sounds, but we are going to turn them into 8-bit once we get to a certain position. So good to see you. Feel free to share this stream with your friends in social media land if you enjoy what you're doing. And basically, I'm going to do this whole song ready today. We shall see how it turns out to be. We shall see, but let's go forward. This kind of thing. Oh, I like it. I like it. And the final thing we could have like as this goes forward, then I think we need to actually keep this still in the similar fashion, not divide it too much. And what we need to do also is have this one on. Here we go. Like this. Now we got ourselves a nice song over here. What do you guys think? Let me know. I'm very excited to turn this into soon an 8-bit thing. We are using MIDIs right now. Very soon this will change. Very soon. Do you like what you hear? Do you hate what you hear? I also need some criticism. If you got some, if you are brave enough to face me and give me some criticism, but No. In meantime, let's get on with it. Let's hear what we got. Oh, okay. I forgot to put this one. I think I need to change in here. I need to put this one to be together like this. Then I need to make this short. Then I need to make this come only for in the end, like this. And of course, you hear that this was kind of like there were some dissonant voices over here. Need to be changing them. That was a mistake on my part. Let's fix them. Oh, we are getting some interesting things over here. We shall see how this leads. How is your day going here, chat? Are you enjoying your daily dose of eluukkanen music or not? Hopefully you are, because this is one of the rare moments we are doing 8-bit stuff. Soon I'm going to turn these ones on 8-bit. Actually, we could try that out after just listen this one more time. We have, how many seconds we have? We have 42 seconds of music. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we have 42 seconds. It is not bad. I think we're going to go like 2 minutes. I think that's a very good estimate on today. So we are on good track. Oh yeah, we shall go for it. But now, let us hear what we got. And then, one thing I forgot. And I'm going to have this kind of own melody going here at the same time. And then kind of like this. Do, 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 do. Okay, that's a bit too loud. So experimenting, seeing how this goes. I think it's very nice, very nice. Might be very terrifyingly sounding, but we shall see. Like, this is the experimenting thing. Always comes to the fact that sometimes you succeed, sometimes you don't, and we have many notes. Some of them might go wrong. We have to just fix them along the way. Like the fast composing approach is always just rush and go. I know the slow one as well, but for this stream and sake of your time, we are not going to do 4-hour composing streams I might actually do one if we get 100k followers, but no, not before that. Not before that. I will make a promise. If we get 100k followers, I will make a 4-hour stream. But no, not before that. It's just too much time for you and for me to do 4-hour ones. If yeah, perhaps someday, some glorious day, but not now, not now. So. I think actually I want to use this one instead of this one. It's a bit better. We could like copy this one. I kind of like this movement. This but yeah, just few minor things. And yeah, that's what we got. Let's see how that turns into 8-bit though, and we shall see how that works. What about 24-hour stream? Moshe Young. Well, that would be something. Okay, let's make a. I will promise you, if I get 100k followers ever, I will do 24-hour one. What do you say about that? Yeah, I will promise you now. I'll promise you from this point forward. You can just get this clip if I ever forget it. 24-hour stream. Of course, it never happens. I will never get that many followers. But it's a promise. A promise that will be kept. But yes, that's how we are working now. Let me save our lovely song and let's call it 8-bit atmosphere. 8-bit atmosphere. That's how we call it. And what we're going to be doing with it is, well, up to the 8-bit instrument. Let me try to add some 8-bit instrument to it. But now, before the kind of the crux of the issue, how do we say it? Let's add some lines first in here in the beginning. Okay, we got that, the lines in the beginning, and we need to put the tempo very low. We need to test the instruments themselves. Kind of with this. Let's undo that. Test, test, test. And let's put, like, this is not the optimal way. You don't really do this. Don't do this at home, kids. Don't do this at home. Look at this. Just copy, 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 copy. And what we're going to be doing is, let's start from the up. Like, this is not the optimal way. Like, you shouldn't do this. But for some reason we are. It's not good. Like this, and then you do it like this, and then you do it like this. Actually, why do I have like 2 ones? I could actually just have 1. Okay, here we go. Yeah, lucky me. Here we go. 1, 2. So I'm having this kind of like testing place over here for every instrument, because I can, if I change the play button while I do this, that it changes the instrument automatically, and it's not optimal. I know, but that's just how this world works. It's never fair. World is never fair. Here we go, and let's actually put this 10, because then we got time to test that instrument at least at first. And we are going to have them as 8-bit ones. We haven't still done that. Here we go. Yes, it is very, very exciting to see how this turns into 8-bit. That's the kind of the interesting thing now. So now we have 8-bit instruments over here on. That's what we do. So let's have it. I think it's a bit slow. I think let's have it 20. So we have enough time. We just let's put it 20. So this one is the first one is the normal one. Then it's the atmosphere one. Then it's the other one. Then we shall see how this goes. Ready, go. Ah, yeah, well, one thing I remembered, I need to add many of these, because otherwise it's okay. How many? We have 7, okay, so let's set 7 of them. Just a moment. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got now 7. That is excellent. That is excellent. So now we change these ones. 2, 3. Very technical mumbo jumbo, I know. And as I said, don't do this at home. Otherwise, you will be doing this for eternity, and eternity is too long, I tell you. So here we go. That's what we have. That's a bit loud. That is a bit loud. Let's add this one down like this. Very, very loud down. I don't want to kill your ears necessarily. At least mine. Here we go. And no worries about who's listening this stream. At least my ears will be safe. Not really, but you never know. We shall see. Life is a risk. Everyone must take it. Here we go. This is kind of its own song. Let's add just the audio. What is the problem one? Okay. The ping pong effect is otherwise nice. Okay, that was horrifying. That was terrible. That was terrifying. Hopefully nobody's ears were bleeding. Hopefully we have lost some viewers, which might tell me what was happening. All right. No worries. We're still alive. Everybody's doing well. So what you just heard was me testing out the 8-bit possibility, which is still going to take some work. Yeah, as you could see. Yeah. It was not good. It was terrifying. We shall change back to MIDI, yeah, for a moment. That was something, hopefully some entertainment for people. But now we shall see, do we have instruments back? Yeah, oh, okay, finally. Oof, that was something. Anyhow. Okay, so what we need to do, we have 2 minutes of music, which is excellent, but it's not actually 2 minutes because I have this kind of weird beginning section. Actually, just 40 seconds. Let's continue making this song. So what we're now going to do, so we have this kind of another part afterwards. Let's continue to do that. Something like this. And we could have these instruments to do that. Yeah, that was a bit too loud. Sorry about that. That was not good. Yeah, I'm going to make that happen. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. It was a bit confusing. As I said, I have not done too much of this. So, as you could see. But I need to figure it out because I'm going to use this much more. I might actually need to purchase a program. Yeah, I know. People got really confused about that. Like, I know this from the viewership amount. It just dropped drastically. But no worries. I've been used to playing on an empty stage, so I'm not worrying. I'm just making the artwork. And this is going to be ready, don't you worry. Don't you worry at all. So here we go. Let us see. And then and don't you worry, I will be getting that to work. I just I have to always be kind of a skeptical. I would if I would like just hype you for nothing. I think that's kind of like a that's kind of also bad as well. I need to state the facts. I have not used this too much, as you could see. But we're going to still get them work. I think a tactic I'm going to do is basically I am going to play each single instrument. I'm just going to delete this one if I'm not going to use it. Perhaps later on I'm going to. But I'm going to just do each instrument one by one. And I'm going to figure out what ones I'm going to use. Instead of just putting them together and hoping it works. That kind of it never works, like as we just witnessed. That does not work. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello there, my friend Blue Springs. Good to see you. You were on the stream, then you disappeared. Why are you disappearing, my friend? No, just joking. Good to see you. Good to see you. My day is basically just figuring out how these things work. So we have the kind of a beginning section over here. We have, and then this kind of jolly good section. And let's see how that works. Jolly good. Yesterday, by the way, I just watched a documentary about the Chinese Cultural Revolution. Very interesting topic, I would tell you. And now I'm having a problem here. Typical. let me open the file from another place. Yeah, the program starts to hate me. I noticed that right now. Here we go. 8-bit atmosphere. Here we go. Okay, I'm loading again. For some reason it didn't add the notes, and sometimes I need to just start again. Sometimes it does that. Composing programs are not perfect anyway. Rolf Gustafsson, testing 425. Aren't we doing the stream? Is the stream online still? Did we stop? Did the stream go away? Why people are testing? Why people are testing? Is it something I did? Might be. Might actually be. I am not really sure what kind of effect did that have when I just did that. How do you call it? Testing the 8-pin instrument. Yeah, I was not sure how that effect was on things. But now we're having this kind of a afterwards part here, and what I want to do, very exciting kind of a fashion, is what I'm going to wish for that. Yeah, like in here. Like this. I think it does a nice little effect on there, yeah. And then, yeah, sorry if I'm being a little quiet here. I just need to figure this thing out a little bit. Now, yes, yesterday I watched a documentary about Chinese cultural revolution. Very interesting topic, I must tell you. Very many people died, as human history is usually very much like that. People die often. Not really a pretty story, I tell you. And yeah, students eating their teachers, not very nice. For some reason, when Chinese have these kind of revolutions, they always go for the bloody ones. I don't know about that. Why are you doing that, Chinese? Why always the bloody revolutions? I suppose revolutions have to always end to violence. I suppose people have to chop themselves and that very nasty things. Why wouldn't we have this kind of like leaders just having this kind of arm wrestling competition? I'm always thinking about it. Why can't we just have an arm wrestling competition? And everybody, yeah, and okay, you Britain, you can take that part if you just lose and that sort of thing. That might be not the best solution after all, actually. But I would much prefer that over just one we have now, which is basically people sitting in their rooms and giving orders to do some warfare, which is never nice. But yes. Yes, I'm joking. Alright, gotcha. I sometimes this stream, like, imagine me doing a stream, and one time it just freezes, and I'm just doing like, I'm talking by myself, and then I just like 30 minutes after, it kind of, the stream already disappeared 20 minutes ago, and I was like, good use of my time. But that happens. So that's why I'm like every time, is it offline? And then I just get very anxious. But now, and And we shall test it again like this. Like this. Here we go. And then I actually, like, this needs to be changing. And then yeah, just sorry for me not informing you so much. So basically, I have this kind of afterward part here, and not sure what to do with it yet. But I think I'm going to get back to the relaxing stuff very soon. I just need to repeat this one as well here, and then I'm just going to make this. I think I have an idea. We shall test that out. So basically, I'm just changing this little slower slower pace, seeing how that works. Basically, the same thing, but in a slower pace. Or actually, with the more, with less notes. We shall see how that goes. We shall see. And like. Like this. And then back. And we're going to add it in here as well. And one thing as well, I'm going to add in this part of the here some nice atmospheric sounds. We could listen the whole song very soon. But yes, it's very interesting to see people just revolutions and such. Human mind is always so fascinating. I wish we never get socialism back in here. Like it has never really worked, and so many people have died. It's not really a good thing, I think. But that about politics, yes, indeed. Now let's listen some music. Oh yes, I have. Don't have all the instruments. Oh, 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 oh. One thing I will change here is like here. Here we go. Back to action. And then what we're going to be doing? A surprise attack! Oh! And And yes, surprise attack it is. Now, prepare to be amazed by eluukkanen's magical actions of just transposing, just putting some notes downwards, I suppose. That's how to do it. And this we're going to continue from here after this. Yes, have you heard, seen any interesting songs yourself, or listened to any interesting things? Not just me working here, we can have a discussion as well if you want to have, let me know. To be exactly, to be exactly true here, I'm kind of exhausted for it. I've worked quite a long time for the game, as again, I think I'm going to be exhausted whole autumn. I tell you, it is a lot of work. Game developing is not nice, but it's good to have kind of like a relaxing composing session as well. But you can notice I'm bit just usually I have a lot of energy to just discuss all the time and work at the same time. I kind of don't have that today, so excuse me on that. But we shall still make some interesting music, and also if you have any interesting discussion topics on the music you have listened, let me know. Sometimes I have some good suggestions from the chat. Sometimes we never know. Not a fan of that. It's kind of like instead of that, I think we could do like this. Okay. Let's do like this. Let's do it like this. Let's put it up and 4. All right, up and 4, and at the same time we will do this. Like this. Ooh yeah. And we're going to put this one very down, like here. And let's put it very short note. Here we go. Well, I'm going to be late. It rain's getting heavy, making it hard to hear. So I wish you all a great day or night if you're like me. It's night over here, I tell you. Thank you. I'll see you forward. I think I'm going to actually continue this a little bit for the MIDI part. But as we noticed, it's kind of like a lot of work for the part of making the 8-bit. So I'm going to save that for the next time. We're going to make the MIDI part ready for this day. So that's our thing. Gladly we don't have a kind of like a promises of, hey, I make a song today. Like I had in the past that I just made a 1 song per 1 stream. So that's not nice. But yes, Hawk, thank you for being here. See you later. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I think I will do this kind of like this. And then I think actually we'll do this one here as well, so you can hear it better. I think you can hear. You will hear now better this thing. So that's what we're going to do as well. So like I just noticed I used a bad mic for people to listen. Nice, a thunderstorm. We haven't had a rain here for some time. It's getting very dry. It's interesting. Usually it's very rainy in Finland. We shall see. One thing I'm also going to be doing, I'm going to be lazy, so I'm going to, yeah, that's what you need to be in here, just lazy. So what I'm going to do is copy past this section and put it here after this section. Yes, I'm very clever. Like composers, they need to just copy paste and know the rules and such for that. It's very nasty, but that's how it basically works. People just copy paste. Not everyone, of course, but it saves time just to copy paste the last parts. And sometimes they just transpose many of them. Like we could do. Well, I will show that sometimes later, perhaps how that might work. But yes, we shall see. And then, and we could have this kind of final part in here. And the immediate themes were very short, so I'm going to keep this short. I'm going to keep this short as possible. And ding 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 ding. And then finally here. Something like that. And then we have other instrument here. Something like this, and the final thing is like this. Finally. Oh, actually, let's do this. This is better. Like this. Alright, I think we have some theme here collected. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let me know. I'm not going to continue any longer. Let's listen it and then say goodbye to each other. Unfortunately, we cannot yet put this to 8-bit, but we shall be in future. Don't you worry about that. A bit quite stream for myself. I usually talk a lot, and I think it's very nice to discuss in the stream, but as well, I need to focus on this song. And I think we did focus on it nicely. Let's listen it one time. and saving here. Okay, I think we got it. So yes, thank you for coming to this composition session. I think we are able to make something very nice, as you heard. It's not yet 8-bit, as you could notice. I haven't yet added the instruments. I used MIDI ones to get the basics. And unfortunately, I'm not going to continue because we tried to put the earlier the 8-bit ones and they didn't work. We're going to try out next time on composing streaming to a bit different kind of music, but I'm going to do this offline, the 8-bit creation from this. You will hear it on YouTube at one point, so remember to follow that. But anyways, more content very much coming soon. Thank you for coming to eluukkanen composing streaming. Wherever you are, I wish you a great day and see you more next time.